Hello student, welcome in this new video of forms of business organization class 11. This is lesson 2 and now as we were discussing in the last video we have discussed about John Star company. So now in this video we are going to discuss about the merits and demerits of joint stock company. So now let's see what are these merits. So they are limited liability, transfer of share, perpetual existence, scope for expansion and professional management. So now let's see these points one by one. So the first point of merit is limited liability. The shareholders are liable to the extent of the amount unpaid on the shares held by them. So student, as we have seen in features that liability of member is limited only up to the amount of capital contributed by them. So this is merit from the point of view of member of for this form of business. Means in if we talk about another forms of business like sole proprietorship, partnership, so the liability were unlimited, but here it work as a merit limited liability, that is limited means now the members will not be bankrupt in case company is insolvent. Clear? Then the second point says transfer of interest. So share of a public limited company can be sold in the market and as such can be easily converted into cash in case the need arises. So as we have already discussed this point also, that the shares of the company is transferable, means like suppose as I told you, I am having some share of XYZ company today and suppose I am in need of money. So suppose now I want to share these sell these shares in the market. So because I want the money, so I will sell it and easily this share it will be converted into cash, and by doing so what am I doing? I am transferring my share to another person. That is why it is said that transfer of interest is possible in case of company form of business. Then perpetual existence. Existence of a company is not affected by the death, retirement, resignation, insolvency or insanity of its member, as it has a separate legal entity from its member. Means perpetual existence. This point also we have discussed in characteristics. Student, you have noticed one thing, that just by the point of from the point of characteristics we are, which it makes us very easy to discriminate between merits and demerits also. So this is perpetual existence is that continuity, means company will never end, member may come go, but company continues for ever. Now the fourth point says scope of expansion. Capital can be attracted from the public as well as through loans from bank and financial institutions. Thus there is greater scope for expansion as there are large number of people investing in company form of business. Because it is a company form of business and anyone can invest there, means lots of shareholder by purchasing small amount of share they can be member of such kind of company. So as funds are with the company, and how the funds are the company will raise fund from shareholder, so it can expand also. But student, you remember one thing, like in sole proprietorship or partnership form of business there was lack of finance, but here due to large financial resources company can expand. Then the last point of merit is professional management. Company can afford to pay higher salaries to specialists and professionals. It can therefore employ people who are experts in their area of specialization. So it can also be related with the last point, second last point, that was scope of expansion. Means when the company is having lots of financial resources there with the company, so now it can also hire professional, as company can afford to pay high salaries to specialist and professional, and they can hire the experts in the particular field wherever they require. So student, this was all about merits of joint stock company. And now let's see the demerits, because when there is merit definitely there is some demerits also. So the demerits of the joint stock company form of business are complexity in formation, lack of secrecy, impersonal work environment, numerous regulations, delay in decision making, conflict and interest. So let's see to all one by one. So the first point says complexity in formation. The formation of a company requires greater time, effort, and extensive knowledge of legal requirement and the procedures involved. So as there are lots of legal formality in formation of company, therefore it is said it is complex to form. Clear? Means there are lots of complexity in the formation of the joint stock company. Then it is impersonal work environment is there. Separation of ownership and management leads to lack of effort as well as personal involvement on the part of officers of a company. As this company form of business, student, it is a very big form of business. So as the size is big, so it is possible that it is very difficult for the top level to maintain contact with every employees and customer, and so it is said that impersonal work environment is there. Means personally they can't contact to each and every workers and to the lower level and to the middle level. Therefore this is the possibility of impersonal work environment over there. Then lack of secrecy. Information of companies provided to registrar of companies time to time, and hence information is available to general public. Means as I have already told you that in such kind of company means the shareholders are normal public also. So when public is investing money in any company, so definitely the public, they have the right to know each and every point of any company. So therefore it is said that as means large number of owners are there in this form of business, and all being the shareholder have right to know the secrets of the company, and company is bound to give such information to the general public. Therefore it is difficult to maintain secrecy. Means it is not sole proprietorship or partnership form of business. It is a company form of business where there are the public, they are investing money into it. Therefore the public has a right to know each and every secret point of that particular company, because when I am investing money in somewhere, I have full right to know every point of that company. Therefore lack of secrecy is one of the limitation. Then numerous regulation. The functioning of a company is subject to many legal provision and compulsion. This reduces the freedom of operations of a company and takes away a lot of time, effort, and money. As we have seen that it is a complex to form a company form of business, and why it is complex? Because lots of regulation are there, which include regulation means like auditing, filing of report, preparing documents. So these kind of thing, it takes lots of time, and therefore these all regulation has to be followed. Now the next point says delay in decision making. Communication as well as approval of various proposals to top, middle and lower level management may cause delays not only in taking decisions but also in acting upon them. Means as there are number of people in joint stock company, so there is always this conflict in the decision making. Means maybe possible someone is saying something, the another one is saying another thing. So there is delay in decision making, also because there are so many levels, top, middle and lower level, which due to which the decision making may delay. So the next point is oligarchic management. Board of directors are representative of the shareholders who are the owners. The owners have minimal influence in terms of controlling or running the business. So student, let's see the meaning of oligarchic first. So it means a small group of people having control. So as we have seen in this form of business, what happens that there are the board of directors, though they are elected by the shareholders, but still means all the controlling power in the hand of board of director for management. So now what will happen that they will try to make decision according to their interest only, and so the interest of the owners means of the shareholders, they it will be ignored. Therefore it is said that it is oligarchic management. Now the last point says that the conflict of interest, that is various demands pose problems in managing the company, as it often becomes difficult to satisfy such diverse interests. So, as the last point says, the conflict of interest, various demands pose problems in managing the company as it often becomes difficult to satisfy such diverse interests. Means, as there are number of shareholders, employees, creditors, many people are there in the company form of business, and all of them have different interests because all are working in the same organization with separate motive, and that is why their interests are different. So there is conflict in interest. Means the company cannot solve the problem of, means interest of each individual, each group of people. Therefore it is said that conflict of interest arises in company form of business. So student, here I end up with this video of merits and demerits of company, joint stock company. So thank you, and please do like, subscribe and share the video, and please comment in case you are having any doubt. Thank you.